Hey everyone, it's Marie here again, and it's December, so you know what that means. The new club kits from Spellbinders are available, and I'm showing you the small die kit for December. So if you're excited, give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. So here is the small die kit for December. You get this window and these different panels that you can cut out to create a little scene. And you can do a lot of different themes with this window. I know Christmas is coming up, so I thought about doing a Christmas window, but I also just wanted to do a window that you could do for any occasion. So I'll be doing that today. You can see here that these different panels fit inside the window. So after you cut out your frame, you can also go ahead and cut out these other little designs from those panels. You have some stars there. You have a branch that you can make sort of a branch in your window. You've got this little kitty that you can cut out here, and her tail goes two different directions. So depending on what side you want her sitting on. You also got these little pots that you can cut out that you can make little potted plants to sit on your windowsill. And there's 3 different sentiments with this die set. So one says dream big, one says wish upon a star, and one says happy together. So you have some different options there. And of course you can always mix and match this die set with any of the other Spellbinders dies and stamps and things that you have. I'm just working with the kit today. So I went ahead and cut out this frame several times, and I've stacked those frames together, glued them together to make it a little bit thicker, and then I inked it up with some distress ink to make it a brown frame. I did that with the square, and I did it with that half circle, and you can see you can just stack them on top of each other to make a really pretty window. So like I was saying, once you cut out your window frame, you have these panels that layer on the inside. And you can use these panels with some of those other little dies to cut out designs. And so I'm using these little starry sky designs today. You just layer on top of those panels, run it through your die cutting machine, and you're left with a really fun starry cutout design that you can layer other papers behind. So I'm using some glitter paper. This is just some white glitter paper. I'm gluing the star design on top of the glitter paper, so you're going to get some glittery stars shining through. And when I glue onto glitter paper, I do like to use my liquid glue because sometimes it doesn't like to stick on that glitter very well, and the liquid glue kind of seeps down into those textured crevices on the glitter paper and just helps it to hold. So I'm pushing it down really well there. And I did find that I had to put my glue bottle on top of these little pieces, let it set for a few minutes to hold it down as it dried. So I've got all of my little pieces glued together here. I'm doing the same thing on the top little oval window and the bottom square window. And I've also inked up those starry panels with a little bit of tumbled glass distress oxide and some faded jeans around the edges to give it a little bit darker around the edges. I kind of wanted it to look like snow when I first started, but I ended up just going with a really fun starry theme, so that works too. But it's really great that it's versatile and you can use it for both stars and snow. Here's that little kitty die set. It cuts out the body, the head, and the tail. I'm just showing you that here. I cut it out of black paper so that it can look like a silhouette of a kitty just looking out the window. Here are those sentiment dies. You can go ahead and cut out that sentiment just like I did here. I cut out the sentiment with that outlining piece so it cuts out that strip. And if you cut out that strip again without the sentiment, you get that background piece that you can layer on there. So I cut that out of black, and I'm just layering these 2 pieces together, and then you can go ahead and add this sentiment to your card or whatever you're creating, and I think it's really fun. And then you have these clouds, you have this moon. So I cut the moon out of some gold shiny cardstock, and I used that gold cardstock for the sentiment as well, so those 2 kind of tie in together, kind of coordinate. And I cut out some of those clouds with some more of that white glittery cardstock, and it just adds a little bit more shine to my card, and I always love a little bit of shine. So for my background, I did go ahead and do some more distressed inking with that tumbled glass and that faded jeans. I just wanted a really light background. I'm sticking it into a plastic page protector here because I'm busting out my fuse tool. I haven't used that in a while, but I wanted to make a shaker pouch. So your fuse tool, if you haven't seen it before, it heats up, you run it along the edge of your plastic sleeves, and you can fuse your plastic together to make a pouch. So I did that. I fused it on several sides, and I'm going to shake in some of these little confetti stars. These are so shiny and shimmery. I thought they would really go well with that starry theme in the background. I'm just sprinkling a little bit into the background. I'm shaking it around to see if that's enough stars or if I want more. And I'm going to shake in a little bit more. Now when I do my little pocket shakers, I don't want to overfill it too much. I don't want it to be too bulky. I do want it to still kind of lay flat. So even though I want a lot of shaker bits, I don't want it too much. So I just try to be, just give it a good amount without overfilling it. Now once you have it filled, you can take it back to your fuse tool and just fuse that last side, and you have a completely fused pocket. And you can put your die cuts on the inside, but I'm going to glue mine on the outside. I thought that would just let that pocket lay a little bit more flat without all of the die cuts inside. And you're also going to be able to shake those stars all over the background and behind this window without them getting caught on all those die cuts. So I just chose to put that as my background and put my die cuts on the top. You can absolutely glue things down on those plastic page protectors. You're going to want to give it a little bit more time to dry since it's on a slick surface, but that glue will dry and it will hold, and you can glue things down on top of that plastic page protector. Now my panels are not actually glued into my frame right now. Once I got several layers stuck together, they kind of fit in there quite snugly. So once I have them kind of just pushed in there and I put that glue on the back and put it down, it's all going to be glued into place. Now I did actually even push those panels into the window frame, and then I just ran it all through my die machine, my Platinum 6, just to push everything together and get it nice and stuck flat together without even gluing it. So that's always an option as well. I'm putting a little strip of foam adhesive here between the top window and the bottom window, and that's just going to be for my sentiment. I love these little foam strips. They're really easy for putting your strips of sentiments on your cards ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I'm gluing my clouds and my little moon down, just putting those in place. And then after I have those glued, I'm also going to add the little kitty, which I think is really cute. Now, like I mentioned, she's got two tails going in different directions. So it depends on what side you have her sitting on that window or where you want her tail to go. You have the option of switching sides if you want to. I totally forgot to add plants to the windowsill here, but like I showed you, you do have the option to make a few little potted plants, put them on the windowsill if you want. You can even make your little kitty knocking your plants down if you want to, because sometimes our cats like to be mischievous like that. So to finish this card, I'm just putting some foam adhesive on the back of my pocket shaker, and I'm just going to mount this whole thing to the front of a card base, and that's going to give me a full shaker background on top of a card popped up. And I love the sparkle and shine on this card, and I just love how it turned out. So I hope that gives you a great look at the Spellbinders Small Die of the Month. Go on over there and check it out if you haven't already. I have lots of links in the description box below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, comment, share, tap that bell for notifications, and just do all the things, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.